At the minute, EA has released a ton of SBCs and it's so hard to complete them all with minimal fodder. But today I'm going to show you how you can get all the fodder to complete every single one and get all the player SBCs you need. So if you're new around here and you need a better team, make sure to subscribe and of course drop a like down below. And if you also need some coins to boost your team, well, if you guys are fed up of coming against nicks like me and foot champs who use loans and OP cards from day one,
I'm getting really sick of you! Get out now!
Then you need to head over to MitchCactus.com, where not only can you buy the cheapest and most reliable FIFA coins on the EA market, you'll find over 10,000 reviews from people who have used the services and enjoyed them in the past. So make sure to head over to MitchCactus.com and use code RECALL for 5% off. So of course the place to start off is going to be the SBC section, and we're going to go over to the upgrades to discuss how we're going to use these to craft into what is going to get us every single player. So of course firstly we got the players at the minute that are available. You have a fair few decent ones. We've got Bruno, Davies, Morgan. We've even got the likes, if we have along here, I think I've already completed some. A little bit further down, Hugo Lloris, I mean, that's not quite great. But then we do have a load of icons as well. So obviously George Best, who I'm on the way to completing also. We've got Neymar apparently in the works, and it's an absolute ton to do. Now, the exchange SBCs, very, very helpful. And this means that we can craft without worry about getting duplicates and not having a place to put them. Usually you'd get an 88 duplicate and have to go and complete an 88 squad or an 86 squad. So it's a bit of a chore and you kind of don't get to keep a lot of your fodder. But this way we can build it up and put it towards a player all at once. Now, firstly, we've got unlimited essentially bronze and silvers via the upgrades that we get daily at the moment. So you've got your daily gold, your daily silver, and then you've got your daily bronze. And then we've also got some upgrades down here, like the daily login upgrade as well, things like your 8310s. But what you want to do at the minute, and I'll link down below exactly how to do this, because we did a video earlier on how to get an absolute ton of coins completely free by using, of course, the daily bronze, silver, and gold SBCs. But in short, all you want to do is make sure you are getting these completed with the bronzes and silvers in your club, craft every single one of these, and then you can move on to going and doing some winter wildcraft craftings. Now, I've completed every single one of those, but I can show you some examples of what they're going to look like. So I have, as you can see, a few of these packs left that I haven't opened. So it's the free rare gold players pack. So these are what you get for the winter wildcraft craftings. Now, earlier, I actually got an inform. I think I got Hodgland in these earlier. I think this is also an inform. So we've got Upperi there. So obviously, realistically, that card is worth 30k. But what it means is I can go and pop that into one of the 83 times 10. So I've now got the ability to essentially do what is quite a pricey SBC usually, pretty much for free, because the 83 the team of the week is the part of it that actually costs the most coins. Now, obviously there you've seen me quick sell some cards because I'm doing a video, so I want to do this a little bit quicker. And I think we've just got back-to-back informs in these packs. This kind of shows how good it is. So I think there's Zeko there, and he is an 86 inform. So now, of course, I'm gonna have to go pop him in some sort of SBC. But we've just got these two informs in a row out of what was essentially 2 winter wildcard crafting upgrades, and all it took for those was 22 common players. So that's all we needed to put in, which is the bronze and silvers, crafted into those, and we just got ourselves 2 informs, which are worth a fair bit. Now that essentially takes the task of a decent chunk of any of the SBCs. I mean, if you look at the players we've got at the minute, Alphonso Davies, for example, let's have a look. So we've got an 87 team here, which needs a team of the week. Now that 86 team of the week is a big contribution to that. Now, of course, I've got to go build out the rest of it, but of course I'll go pop an 83 times 10, which we've crafted additionally with the same sort of packs. Now, unfortunately, I've already opened all of my 83 times 10s because I basically have been trigger happy on pretty much all the packs I can have in a minute. But the other thing we can use all of these players that we're crafting to craft into, of course, we've got the 83 10s, you've got the 84 times 5s. There's a lot at the minute upgrade wise, but then what you can do with your sort of crappier dupes that you don't need is obviously pop them in an 81 double. Now, as always, I'm going to have the links to how to complete the league upgrades in the description down below, because essentially with your commons that are left over, with your bronzes, with a lot of the players, especially even from the 81 plus double, there'll be a few things popping out there as well. You can pop them in the league upgrades and also craft additional packs out of those too. The SBCs that we want to craft the most that are going to get us all these players free are going to be the new exchange SBCs. And of course, by crafting winter wildcard craftings, common golds, these 83 10s, you're going to end up with a ton of duplicate fodder and fodder that you can pop into these new SBCs. So I'm going to show you each stage of this new SBC. We're going to firstly open a 7 players pack. So that's the base layer. I think that's for an 85 player. So essentially from that one, we've got ourselves 2 rares. They're all okay, a few duplicates in there, but we could put this into League SBC so it doesn't have to go to waste. We can swap in anything tradable. Obviously, unfortunately, there's nothing tradable there. Then we've got the 11 players pack, which I think is for an 86. So it's 7 commons and 4 rare gold players. We'll pop this one open. We've got ourselves Kalevsky. So these 2 bottom tier ones aren't as good. I've actually had a few 89s popping out of. If you pop an 89 in, essentially you get a 51 player pack. Those ones are pretty good. So those are the ones that I've found the most luck with. But of course, that's for the best player, so it makes sense. But of course, every pack that you're doing here has given you a chance at a team of the year. It's given you more fodder that you can craft into the absolute plethora of packs we've got at the minute. The 81 plus double is one. You've obviously got anything big can go into, of course, the player SBCs you're looking at. There you go, Bruno Fernandes, and that was in the 19 player pack, so I think that's what we're looking at for an 87. So essentially we've popped an 87 in, we've popped out Bruno Fernandes, so let's see what's tradable here. Okay, so we've got 1 tradable card, so that can go to the transfer list. The rest I'm going to have to pop into obviously SBCs, but Bruno Fernandes, of course, into the 88 upgrade. Bruno into this upgrade. Now, obviously, just so you guys know, the reason we're actually on the web app for this one is because if I was to do it on the console, it wouldn't be able to select the packs that we want to go. So we've done the 7, the 11, and the 19 players pack. I believe the next one is in the 20s. So we are looking at the 27 player pack. And this is what we've got for our Bruno there. So it's popped us open. Not an improvement, unfortunately, on Bruno. However, it's given us a lot of fodder here. We've got quite a few that aren't duplicates, which is obviously better because it just means I don't have to immediately go and do another SBC. Let's swap in the tradables. We've got a couple tradables in there as well, so I just need to find a home for the rest of these players. Then we take ourselves to the 51 player pack. Now, this is the one that I've had the most success with so far. It doesn't look like that one was the best, but we're going to open a couple of these just to show you how good they are. And I'm actually going to be doing a video in the next few days where I pop open an absolute ton of all of these packs. So in the second one, we've got ourselves Thiago Silva. It's an improvement, but it looks like so far this pack's been a bit dud for us. But I feel like EA must be cooking. They're about to give. Oh, okay, we got an inform. That is kind of a bonus, really, because that means we've got to go and get ourselves another thing that we can go craft. So realistically, even though it wasn't initially looking good, that was a good pack. It is sometimes hard to find a home for some of those lower tier informs when you are doing bigger SBCs. So of course, for an 83, it's not as easy to go and pop them in because even in this 86, I'm going to have to overload it. But sometimes that happens. I've done pretty much everything else that requires an inform at the minute. So we've had to heavyweight that a little bit because my fodder storage is looking pretty low because I've literally been crafting in and out of everything. But the reality is I've got a ton of 88s and a ton of 89s that I've got from all these packs. And all I'm going to do is pop them into the exchange and go again because I can pretty much do that forever now. And if you want to be able to do that too, just follow these steps. Make sure to subscribe for more tips and I'll see you tomorrow.